Hello and welcome to the Profit and Cashflow Mastery podcast. I'm your host, Gavin Smith from the Profit Analyst, and in this podcast, I'm going to be showing you how simple, easy, and more important, how practical numbers can actually be for you as a small business owner. I have a pretty extensive finance career and background, but more importantly and more relevant to you is I'm a small business owner myself. I've built multiple businesses from startups and turnarounds through to 7 and even 8-figure plus businesses. And what I've learned along that journey is how to make numbers really simple and easy and practical and how to use them to guide you in your business strategies. And ultimately, that's what I now love doing. I love teaching other business owners how to make the numbers simple and easy so they can gain real clarity about their numbers. I love showing them how to identify what numbers actually matter in your business, but more importantly, I show you how to use your numbers so that you can make better decisions, which ultimately leads to better profitability, better cash flow, and growing and scaling businesses. So let's dive into it. I just want to talk about 3 of the really common beliefs that I see at keeping people stuck when it comes to using numbers within their business. So I'm just going to touch on them one at a time. The first one is that people have this misguided perception that they have an accountant or a bookkeeper and therefore the finance is taken care of in their business. Problem with this is that you got to know what these people do in their roles. Your accountant's job or role for you is to deal with your compliance. At the end of the day, they basically keep you out of jail with the tax department. They're filing your tax returns, they're doing your BAS statements. If you've got a great one, they're looking at opportunities to minimize your tax. But again, this is all just retrospective focus. They're looking at the results, they're looking at your structures, they're dealing with your compliance. They are not in your business making day-to-day decisions to maximize your profit margins. Likewise, your bookkeeper, people just rely on the bookkeeper to handle the finance. The bookkeeper is just doing data entry. Their job is just to make sure the invoices are in there and sent, the payroll's getting done, that kind of stuff. Again, they're not in your shoes as the business owner making day-to-day decisions that are driving your business's results. This is on you. Like, the new belief you need to have is you need to realize that you are responsible for the commercial results of your business. You can't just rely on bookkeepers and accountants to handle the finance. If you're a business owner who is struggling to see results, or you're overwhelmed by the numbers side of your business, we can help. Book in a call with one of my team members using the link in the description, and let's get your business thriving without the overwhelm. The second misguided belief that I often see is the notion that I am no good with numbers. I'm not a numbers person. I'm bad with math. People are holding on to these stories from when they were at high school or school or something and they didn't get an A+ in their maths class, and they using this story, now carrying that forward years later in their business, that they think, because I'm not good at math, I'm not good at finance within my business. What you need to realize is that the maths that's involved in knowing the financials and making good profit margins within your business, we're talking plus and minus, the absolute basic concepts of maths. You don't need to be good at maths, you just need to know the system. You need to know how it works. You need to have a good system plugged into your business and been shown how to use it. But it's super simple mathematics that's at play here. So being not good at math doesn't stop you from being great at making profit within your business, particularly when you've got a great system plugged in place, which shows you what you need to focus on to make profit. The final misguiding belief that I see people have is that they can't afford to learn this kind of stuff right now. Cash flow is too tight, so I don't have the money to invest in learning how to use the finances within my business. And the problem with this one is the ironic thing. It's the not knowing this system, not knowing how to utilize your numbers, it's what's keeping you stuck. So blaming poor financial results, blaming poor cash flow as a reason why you're not going to learn your numbers, you got to realize that that belief is what's keeping you stuck, not being able to have good cash flow, not being able to have good profitability. You need to take the time and dedicated effort and find the resources to invest in this area, because the moment you do, you're going to get instant ROI in that you're going to know what's keeping you stuck. You're going to be able to make better decisions that guide your business to higher profitability. It's going to get you there faster. It's going to show you what's going on within your cash flow so you can make the right decisions so that more of the cash is ending up in your bank account faster. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Profit and Cashflow Mastery. If this episode helped you gain clarity with your numbers, then please make sure you give us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to this. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. And if you want to stay connected, make sure you give us a follow on the socials at The Profit Analyst.